Welcome back to another episode of the CPE podcast, season 2, baby. I am your host, as usual, Chief Chris.
Yo, it's the most Waterfall Bill.
Studio and make the greatest song of all time.
You damned if you do, you can't please everybody. When I learned I can't please everybody, my life was great. I don't care what you think about me. Yeah, you wash, get out of here, suck my dick. I don't care, no homo. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because you can't let the world dictate who you are.
And that's a fact. And that's why we are the CPE podcast, because we can't please everybody and we don't aim to please everybody. We just here to smoke some gas and talk some trash. As usual, I am your host, Chief Chris, aka the Creator Chaos, aka Mr. I Don't Give a Fuck, aka the leader of the Knicks Nation, aka the leader of the Nazarelites, aka I had another one. I lost it, but fuck it. We here though. I'm gonna throw away to my co-host, let them introduce themselves and let the people know who the fuck you be.
Yo. Deltoid 3000, 100 milligrams, same old. Chris, you need a new one. You need a Mr. Nasty for playing Ja Rule and then 28 back to back. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
I'm the leader of the Rule Nation too, nigga. Y'all already know, man. Fuck that shit.
Damn, still holding on. You still got the action figure?
Strong.
You know us New York cats. When we stick with something, we stick with that. Bad or good.
Yeah, I can tell you, Chris looked like he was at Firefest.
Eating the bologna sandwiches, my nigga.
Yeah, put a little mustard on that bitch. I get it right.
Yeah, niggas been in jail. They know that we could survive over that.
Yes, sir, man. You already know, man. It's your boy Ari Starks, man. Staying true, always rising, knowing self, man. We in this bitch, man. Another week of some good shit. We got a lot of stuff to chat about, man. Oh yeah, man. Fuck URL too.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. What happened?
The process of trying to purchase that damn pay-per-view, you'd have thought I was trying to fucking find the Da Vinci Code. Like they literally had it stated on the joint: $45 for app subscribers, $65 for non-members. So I'm thinking there's gonna be a link. Spend $65, watch some battle raps, you know? Nah, they want you to get the app and then purchase the pay-per-view. Like, y'all niggas is sick. Even Netflix don't make me do shit like that.
You know, but Netflix got to come down off that $24 though. They bugging.
Well, you know, they're about to get a lot of live shit.
Yeah, they're doing live shit.
So it's like, at least their shit gonna be worth it. Like, even though we're all just paying for cable again. But yeah. Even though we all know. But nah, man, it's a lot of shit going down this weekend, man, and coming forward toward this June. It's a crazy month of stuff going on right now, man. A crazy month. Where do we start, gentlemen?
All right. Well, y'all already seen where I'm going with the intro song. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I want to spread some summer love, some summer vibes. You know what I'm saying? That is definitely a cookout vibe song right there. Before we get into our first topic, though, I wanted to ask you guys a question, though. What your preference of beer is when you at a cookout? What you go to?
I don't think Ari drinks beer. Ari, you drink beer?
Yeah, I don't drink beer.
See, I know it. I can tell. I can tell a non-beer drinker.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your preference of alcohol, of liquor?
I usually go some chill, smooth. Usually like some dark liquor, probably Crown Black, mix it with the ginger ale. Or I had some tequila last weekend. That shit was vibey. You know, I don't really drink tequila though. You know what I'm saying? That shit, I could see how, you know, a lot of Mexicanos and they get crazy off that shit.
No,
you gotta drink the good kind. The good kind don't fuck you up. Yeah.
There was a razor in my pocket after drinking that shit. I don't know how I got there. That shit, that tequila ain't no joke.
He said the razor came with the bottle, man.
Damn near, bro. Like it was like a Cracker Jack prize.
Not sold separately.
Nah, man. Definitely vibe, man. Something smooth. I don't want never none too much that had me feeling all crazy or mixing. I just need a nice, smooth little joint, 1 to 2 cup limit for your boy with my blunt in the hand. Get me on my level, like Wiz Khalifa said back in the day.
Sure, that's a fact. I feel that. What about you, Dan? What you fuck with?
Well, I'm a dark beer stout connoisseur, so if there's no Guinness or anything like that, I like a cherry wheat, Samuel Adams. But I mean, as long as it's not like Bud Light or anything, I'm pretty good with beer. A good
Hmm.
cold beer in the summer is great. So as long as it's not weak, that's all that matters.
Nah, I feel you on that one. Like me personally, I'll go for a Modelo or I'll go for a Guinness. You know what I'm saying? Like those
Modelo
my
Negra.
I don't the thing about that Modelo Negra, I don't really like it that much. Like I'd rather just stick to my Guinness or even like when I was back in New York, Red Stripe. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have those out here. Have yet to see a Red Stripe out
Nah, there's
here.
no red stripe over there?
I
That's
have yet
crazy.
to see one. You know what I'm saying? But
Damn,
yeah,
I remember them shits, the commercials for them shits.
you know how them, you know how
And
the Yachty mans, you know, or the Jamaicans,
mhm,
that's they shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
hell yeah.
But if I'm not drinking something like that, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Like I like coolers too. Like I'll fuck with some Mike's Ice. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck with something like that. Like um, there's one flavor in particular, the blue raspberry. I call that shit the blue Jolly Rancher dog, because that shit be having me. It just tastes so fucking good though. Like no cap. And I'm a huge candy man, so I'll be, you know what I'm saying, fuck
If
with
we're
the Jolly.
making if there's a spot with blue Hawaiians, like good blue Hawaiians, frozen,
Yeah.
New Apollo's
Mm-hmm.
spot.
No,
That
that's
good.
a fact.
Yeah, I also been speaking. I just been sipping wine too over the summers too, bro. Some
Wine's always
chill
great.
shit, bro. Like,
Little rosé.
yeah, man.
Wait,
That's 7, 8 o'clock sunset, man. I hit the porch and I'm cooling.
yeah, you know how to make sangria? They put like the fruit and the wine, then you leave it for
Mhm.
overnight. Well, bro, I just juice a couple of fruits I like. I get the wine, I get some ice, put it together.
Mix it
There
up.
you go.
Hell
There ain't
yeah.
a whole day. I need that shit right now.
Exactly, bro. That's all they gonna do for a smoothie.
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
the
gonna
same
mix all
thing.
that shit up with some ice.
Just
Same
strain
shit.
this shit and then throw some ice in there. You good.
Nah, that's
Nah,
a
Go
it's
fact.
around with
definitely
that
some
shit.
niggas listening to this shit. Fuck, man. Write this shit down, nigga.
Think about it. Why
Nah,
don't wait
son.
8 hours the whole day for a sangria?
Yeah, it's definitely way like Shorty had made me one of them. What is it called? The lemon drops. Them shits ain't no
Mhm.
Yeah.
joke, dog. Them shits ain't no joke. That
You got
little
the lemon drop with the vodka in it.
yeah, so it's the vodka and you put the squeeze the lemon in there and then I think you add something else in there. But yeah, it's pretty much like a homemade lemonade drink. You know what I'm saying?
I
Mixed with
seen
some
people
vodka.
Why
put like some
syrup, right? I
Sprite
think
in
it's
that
syrup.
shit too.
So that's what I do for my little versions of that. I get Deep Eddy's lemon vodka
Hmm.
and I mix it with Sprite and or a lemon drink that will pretty much make it like a makeshift version of a lemon drop. You know what I'm saying? I don't be putting sugar on the rim of my drink and shit though. But if she do have the sugar on there, I ain't gonna trip. I feel like Kanye in the white dress fit song. He's like, give me a girl drinking in a masculine glass or in a masculine
Bro,
glass. Like,
I'll take a mojito any day. But if you want a grown up mojito, get this Brazilian drink called Caipirinha. It's like a mojito, but like for a grown man, mad good.
yeah,
But
I'll check.
mojitos are great.
I'll let her know.
Mint, mint is amazing.
Oh yeah,
How do you know what's a man mojito and what's not a man
Well, some
mojito?
people
Like
will say mojito's kind of like, kind of girly sometimes. Some people will say that shit. But
the
Caipirinha is just a little bit
presentation
stronger, I
and a
guess.
lot of shit too.
Yeah, but it's just a little agave, ice, mint,
Yeah,
liquor.
I
That's all it is.
put a little bit of that in my. Yeah, I ain't tripping on that, man. We trying to vibe this summer, man. I ain't trying to throw bats at niggas fucking, you know what I'm saying, windshields and shit. I'm just trying to chill out.
I feel you on that, bro. I feel you on that shit, man. I'm on the same vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to have a great summer. I mean, I've been having great summers since I've moved out here to Colorado. Like, I really don't do shit besides go to the concerts with my lady and everything. Speaking of concerts, we just went to the Joyner Lucas concert on Tuesday of last week. When by the time you guys hear this, it will be last week. I'm talking about. Um, and it was Joyner Lucas, Dax, and I think Millie's was his opener and everything. And yo,
So
bro,
the social media Avengers.
but bro, yo, I swear to God, it was such an amazing show. I'm a huge Dax fan. I'm a huge Joyner fan too. So I
You like
like
those,
them.
you like those shits when they be posted on Twitter and they just be walking down a lonely road and rapping their heart out. Oh, you love that shit, don't you?
Hell yeah, son. That should get me in my bag, my nigga. It's a
Like,
lonely
oh, the
road.
pain. His raps are so real. Fucking
Feel
around.
me?
Nah,
That nigga
it's true.
Dax is cringy sometimes. Joyner, I'm cool with. I don't got no slander on Joyner. He's cool in my book. But that nigga Dax is a little cringy. It's like he's the try-hard version of Joyner Lucas.
I
But
think that's why
it's
they
people
on
that fuck
tour.
with him though. Yeah, I see Joyner pretty much sees himself in him, so I can see why he brought him on tour. Like that's why when you say he was on tour, and I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense. He's gonna try to put this guy on. Like I said, the dude Dax, like he can rap. He's not a scrub in no way. You know what I'm saying? It's just the approach. We've seen it before. And it's like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Life raps. I love life raps. Everybody's life ain't as relatable or interesting. Not saying that his isn't to somebody's, just not mine.
Yeah. No,
And that's why that was just saying why I never got around to it. Like it's like I respect what he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna respect the MC who takes the culture, you know what I'm saying, for pure and treats it purely. But I don't know. It's just something that's just off.
They didn't do the Eminem thing. Rap over Eminem beat or something like that. Like writing the book really hard. I still haven't seen the video. I think that's Dax.
Kind of one of those.
But M is a fucking that nigga's like y'all already know his music is. Hold on, let me mute myself real quick while this ambulance pass. Go ahead, y'all continue.
Oh, I thought you were about to say some disgustingly slanderous shit about Eminem. But I mean, speaking of,
it's fuck Eminem all day over here.
I mean, how did you guys feel about that Houdini record? I mean, that came out this weekend or last weekend? Last weekend, yeah.
Came out last week.
I mean,
not listening to that. I can't stand that beat. I mean, I barely got halfway through the song. I wasn't in the mood.
And I felt the same because it felt like I was smacked right back into the fucking. What was the album?
One of himself, but
it's not Slim Shady. Was Slim Shady show or Encore?
No, that was the Marshall Mathers.
What was the joint he had
with the
where
real
he
Slim
had
Shady?
did, Guess Who's Back? Not real,
Back
not real
again.
Slim Shady, not real Slim Shady.
That's the
That's
third
not what I'm
one.
thinking
That's
of. That's not what I'm
Eminem
thinking of.
show.
What's the joint he had the Robin outfit on?
That's the third one.
That's the Eminem show, yeah.
The Eminem show. Okay, I was right. The Eminem show. That's what this song and the rollout of it feels like for that album. Where it was like, oh, I want to be shady. I don't want to be shady. All right, I'm back outside with Shady. I got the real raps. Now I'm back outside with the fun shit. And then you get the break. Then I feel like he tried it again with what was it? Marshall Mathers LP2 or the first one or one of those relapse. He tried to do the Slim Shady shit again. Blonde hair. I think it was one of the more recent albums where he tried to blonde the hair again and do the whole Slim Shady, and people was just like, nah, bro, we're kind of older now. Like, I don't know. It just felt like that whole 90s shock jock and shock value entertainment is just nobody cares about that shit anymore. You know, we've seen so much shit, wild shit on TV and music and shit now that shit that we've seen in the 90s is damn near like regular to us now. You know, like I could watch an episode of Jackass like it's fucking All My Children or some shit like that now. Like it does nothing to me. Like it's still entertaining, but I'm out to be like, oh, how did he? Oh, he just said that, bruh.
Yeah.
It's so much shit we're desensitized to now that seeing Eminem want to run around and make a line about, like he's even making a line about Megan Thee Stallion's foot. Nigga, Drake already did it and got scowled and whatever. So like you doing it is not even shaking the table anymore. Like niggas is already beating you to the punch for shock value shit. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about M, and not to cut you off, bro, but the thing about Eminem is that, all right, like you said, it's giving us, at least the people in our age group, is giving us that nostalgia look, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. I think that's where he was going. That's where he's going in this direction with this album, because the album is titled, I think, The Death of Slim Shady, right?
So yeah, which I respect the theme.
Yeah, so I see where he's going with it. Me personally, I didn't listen to the song. I seen like a minute clip of the video just because it was like on Twitter, and I'm like, yo, people, because when I seen the when I heard that the song came out and the video came out and everything like that, like I immediately went to YouTube because this is just me being me, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what the viewage was on this this record when it came out. That shit had 13 million views, bro, in less than fucking like 12 hours. And I'm like, yo, this is the problem with hip hop. You got some great videos, great concepts, like with Nas, you know what I'm saying? One of his last videos, you know what I'm saying? I had to sit with my thoughts. And you watch that video and you listen to the track and everything, and then you see Eminem and what he's doing with this shit. It's like, yo, bro, the real shit
Come
don't
on,
get no
man. That is
views.
that's a terrible comparison, bro.
No, because what I'm
Eminem,
saying is the real
Eminem,
shit, the dope shit
Eminem
don't
might
get.
be the most pop, bro. Eminem and Drake are like the most popular rappers. They're gonna do numbers no matter what. Comparing that to what someone like Nas is doing, who doesn't get numbers like that, is just you can't blame M for that. And then saying that's what's wrong with hip hop.
I'm not
That's
blaming
people.
him. I'm
That's
blaming the
people outside of hip
fans.
hop that listen, that watch that shit. That's they're gonna get those numbers. Same thing with DJ Academics. We're gonna talk about later. He has a large number of fans who are not real hip hop fans.
Mm-hmm.
They're just casual fans. It's the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
That's not Eminem's fault.
No, it's not. I'm not blaming him.
You
See
want to know
what I'm
how I
saying?
know it?
You had to compare it to
What,
Nas though. What they got to do with Nas?
Because I was looking at
Nas don't do numbers.
but what I'm looking at, what I'm saying is like the real good music nigga don't get the viewership, but this poppy bullshit got 13 views.
Not getting numbers or any praise also at this time when there's a bunch of rappers who are actually just as dope, if not doper, at the same time that don't get no shine at all by any publication or media either. Is the same thing you're talking about right now.
let's keep it tall. Nas tried the poppy shit. It didn't sit right with his soul on his J. Cole energy. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have had this, or
Nas went all
commercial
after his first album. We're not gonna do that. Nas has been at least a little bit commercial. His whole,
but you know,
that's what he's saying.
Say what's your like that's how long it's been since that nigga really tried to be pop.
I think that's the last one.
One mic is a 100% Grammy type of fucking song you're trying to make. It's like trying to get an Oscar.
But that's not. But that's a poppy
It's a different
song.
time now too.
It's popular. Pop just means popular.
I know what it means, but what I'm saying is that not for me? All right, you could throw it in a pop because like you said, it's a popular song. But that's a hip hop track, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he was trying to be hip hop for what it was back then. Like now you can do that and be like, oh, you know, it's because hip hop is pop music today. Like whether we, you know what I'm saying, want to acknowledge it but hip hop is popular music today. I don't know what the fuck it was back then. I can definitely say this genre is, I don't know, but we called popular music a genre, but we didn't know what the popular music genre was. You get what I'm saying? Like, what can you describe Britney Spears music as other than pop? Can't really.
But see, that's another thing too. That pop, that genre is just so fucking wide that you can throw everything in there.
Rock and roll used to be pop music. But at least we were able to say, yo, it's rock and roll. That's popular music. In between that, it got confused and shit. Then now where I see where hip hop has taken the throne, we're like, yo, no, we got it. Where it's like, we ain't no confusion. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a person like Eminem, who wasn't popular at first, he was literally underground. And even on top of that, he was too weird for what we deemed popular in hip hop. He was just a little too off for us, but he got that Dre cosign. He had certain cosign, some raps, some dope raps, and you know what I'm saying, that we was like, all right, you got it. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's true. Rocket's records, you know what I'm saying, Dre 2001, like he had some shit where it was like you couldn't deny the raps, you know. But neither here nor there. Once he was able to get that crossover to MTV and finally get his feet into those doors. Not saying that he did, but let's keep it. He could really give a shit about what the niggas in the Source magazine and XXL and all of these niggas care about. This nigga's being talked about.
That's not true.
Not true. That's not true about Eminem.
Remember, I said he may not think that, but in the grand scheme of things, once you got into those TRL doors, those MTV doors, those words didn't matter anymore. Because now you're into different markets that these people can't even reach. You know what I'm saying?
But the MTV, that's a different network for me, because like, all right, that's like a network that's like generalized.
But I'm talking about the eyes you're reaching now. You know what I'm saying? Like
when
he
was on
cared about those everything from Talib Kweli to Wu-Tang. It was not just popular. When they played hip hop, they played hip hop.
No, facts. But what I'm saying is though,
that's why they was able to bring a nigga like Eminem on there, because it was, lack of better term, safe for crossover. Even though it's MTV, so shock value is still our brand.
And his videos was witty. His videos was witty, so I will give him that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing about that too is that but I'm gonna let you finish. But But you said he didn't care about the shit like the source and everything, right? He
No.
100%
I
cared
said
about the
he does,
source
but I said in the grand scheme, once he got there to
or any
TRL, those
fucking
things didn't
magazine.
matter.
But the MTV, but I will give you that one though, because you are 100% right though, because MTV, it did bring like, especially for like, all right, I always said like if MTV was as big as they were, like in the late 90s as opposed to the early 90s, and when you had Busta doing all his videos and all his crazy creativity, I think Busta would probably be a bigger name too, because that's
But the
what the
thing is, he
kids really
probably could
cared
have,
about, the
because they were
video. They
both
didn't
on
care about the song
Interscope.
sometimes.
They both, let's keep it tall. They both were on Interscope at the same time during the late 90s. So Busta could
no.
have been on there.
Busta didn't get there to 2000s.
You sure?
It's like
Yeah,
because his first one was like before I stopped. No, not what was it? Fucking man, The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was on Def Jam, the
Yeah.
late 90s, right? Okay, sorry.
What?
Sorry. But what I was saying is still though, when you say Def, they had the money to put them on it. They did. That's why I still feel like TRL just didn't want to, because Def Jam during those times, they had the funds, the promotion, and everything to push a record to the moon. But why wasn't those type of records being promoted? Huh?
Busta, I think Busta was on Def.
I believe late 90s he was on Def Jam. I think
he was like on
so.
the Richter
I
or
can
some
check
shit
it real
like
quick.
that.
I do think he was on Def
Yeah,
Jam.
I'm gonna check it out right now too.
I do not think so though. I've never in my life put Busta and Def Jam together though. So I'm just
Oh no,
like,
he definitely was on. He was on there.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Def Jam Island.
I'm looking it up right now, bro.
Yeah, this nigga got so much fucking music. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, they giving me fucking Def Jam Vendetta.
Right, I'm going to the coming.
Just look up his album and then just look
Diddy.
at where was the
Yeah, I'm trying to okay, so the first album, sorry, the first album was under Elektra. Sorry. First album was under Elektra. Oh, the first two were on it. Why did I think he was on Def Jam? Let me go to Def Jam.
Oh yeah, I think so. I thought he was on Def Jam too.
Pardon the God. I definitely thought he was on Def Jam at a point.
Rap historian in the house.
Yep.
Yep, Sony. Yeah. Nope. Sorry, y'all.
And the Big Bang was his very first Aftermath Interscope project.
Which was like 2006, 2008.
Correction, y'all. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool. And Big Bang came out in 2006.
Yeah, so Elektra was a good label, but they weren't the conglomerate, to no pun intended, to be able to push Busta Rhymes to the level where he needed to be pushed like that in the 90s. Even though still like his impact in the music they were supposed to do.
Wasn't Busta huge the whole time though? I don't think.
No, he was like, let's say himself, like he was able to get him because he was just that, like you're saying, that aura was real. But Elektra,
he was very charismatic.
I don't think I don't think their main thing was hip hop at that time. I'm not sure. I don't think their main
but that's also why it works for a certain artist. It'll work out for them because they get more priority. So
yeah.
But then when
the thing I was trying to say with M though, with the whole TRL thing, that once he was able to move over there and get those eyes for forthcoming future, you got like, bro, I work at a hospital. I was listening to Not Like Us, right? Now I'll just be moving. I'll be having my music playing out loud sometimes. One of the white nurses came up to me and was like, "Oh, is that the new one?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Is that Eminem?" And I was like, "No." But she was like, "But he did just come out with a new record though." And I was like, "Well, yeah." You know what I'm saying? So it just let me know, it's like, damn, like, even because you got to think like this woman had to be, give or take, mid to early 40s. You know what I'm saying? Mid to early 40s. So she was there for when Eminem, seeing that man on TRL and on the MTV. He was that nigga on the MTV, the VMAs and shit. Yeah. That Slim Shady performance to this day is one of the best performances of our modern day. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
I was reading something the other day too, about MTV and Eminem. Not only Eminem, but Backstreet Boys was one of the biggest MTV artists of all time. Yeah,
those are my guys.
Because I was watching this.
Games with my heart. Yes, I playing.
Nah, we'll talk. But hold on, guys. All right, go ahead, wrap that up. So, because I don't want us to get too far.
No, you good. Yeah. Like I said, man, yeah, shout out to like I said, for M, the reason why you see them getting that core following is still there to this day, that instant 13 million, is because that's what those people deem whenever they dip out of, you know what I'm saying, hip hop or whatever they feel is their, you know, immature or out of box, out of character type music, they go listen to Eminem or, you know what I'm saying, old
Mhm.
shock value shit that you listen to as a kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when they see us listening to rap, that's what they be like, oh yeah, I listen to that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, oh yeah, with our 13, yeah, still the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that 13 million is always gonna be there regardless, unless that man says nigga, that 13 million is always gonna be there instantly. It's nothing that man can do wrong. It's nothing that man, and he's
I
brought back
mean, the
Slim
nigga
Shady when
did make a
people,
whole diss track on a black female back in the day, but I guess they forgave him for that.
hey man, hey man.
Dropping N bombs and all that, but I mean,
They forget. They
yeah, people
forget.
forget.
He just got to do it. If he do it now, then it'll make sense. Then they'll
Th-
do it now.
that's why ever since
I
the
mean, a
infamous shit was made,
15-year-old compared to a 45-year-old is a big difference, knowing what you're saying and what
that
you're
is
not
true.
saying.
That is true. Yeah, you're definitely in a younger mindset
I
at
mean,
15.
Justin Bieber said it too, but he's a little dumbass 12-year-old. I
Right.
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. I mean, but you know, I'm glad actually this is a perfect segue to get into our first topic for the night, you know what I'm saying? So Ja Rule came out since we're talking about a lot of older people, you know what I'm saying? At least MC wise and everything.
good segue.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a great segue because of the name of the song. Also,
yeah. So my thing is Ja came out, he made a statement recently about damn it, hold on.
Yo, please say it in his.
he was sending out more Fire Fest tickets, and Chris was on the mailing list.
Chris, please say the quote in his words, please.
All right,
Like
hold
in
on. Let
his
me
voice.
nah, I can't. Can I
Hey,
do a
yo,
rule? I could
hey,
probably
yo,
do a rule voice.
I'm old,
Just
it's too
talk a
old,
little. All you gotta do is just talk a little
baby.
deeper. You already have the rasp, so just talk a little deeper, damn near. But then again,
Yeah,
like Ja Rule has a very deep voice for a short man. But
nah.
He's
Yeah,
not
because
that
that's all
short. He's
that
like
shortness.
5'8". Y'all gotta stop
Ja's
with
like
the
five
short king
seven.
slander over
no, I mean,
here.
Short Kings rise up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and five
It's
seven,
just
I don't consider short
he's
either
always been a
though.
pretty small guy.
He's not
Like
that short.
I think he's like 5'8", 5'7", like around
Yeah,
that.
he's
But
5'8",
either, but
5'9",
that's
something
not
like that.
short though to
Maybe
me.
it's just
Like,
he always stood around niggas that were always taller than him. Like
cause
Hope kind of like scaled over him a little bit. X
my thing
like
is though, all right, if
R.
5'8" and
Kelly,
five
no,
seven,
you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
that 5'8" is average for men. That's the
that's
average
what I was
height
gonna
for
say.
men.
If so 5'8", that would be average, right? Because 6 feet and up, we always say them niggas is tall. That's it. You know what I'm
That's like
saying?
5%, 10% of the population
But
tops.
but that's what I'm
What I've
saying.
heard.
Like we don't have so we gotta stop with the whole short man shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point throughout my whole entire middle
And
school
I
and high
like
school,
having
I
another
was like
subcategory
5'3".
where I'm a minority.
no,
I'm Latin
I've
and
seen
I'm
some
short.
short motherfuckers. It's niggas that make me feel like I'm goddamn at least about Chris Paul height. These motherfuckers be pequeño. I'd be like, what the what? Like,
Nah, that's a fact.
y'all the niggas that be getting us in trouble. Y'all little motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers that be like 5'4" and shit. Fuckers.
but so yeah,
Sorry.
so now, like I was saying, so basically, Ja Rule, he came out, he made a statement, you know, and I think it's a perfect segue for us to go ahead and get to this topic since we were talking about older MCs and newer music and that they're dropping. So Ja Rule came on, he asked the question, he said, how old is how old is too old in hip hop? Yeah, and why? That's my best job you're gonna get.
That was a close. That was close. That
It
was
was close.
close.
How old is hip hop and how old is too old in hip hop and why?
This guy sounds like an old grandmaster now.
Yeah, nah, I
Oh,
wasn't.
Nah, for real, grandsire. I'm
My
sorry, I'm
bad,
watching a
Rule.
lot of House of Dragon.
I fucked your whole voice up, my nigga. My bad. But yeah, so question, yeah, for you guys. All right. So like I just said, we were all discussing, you know, a lot of MCs, Eminem, I think you like you say it's like around 45 around that age group, right? Nas just turned 50 years old last year, you know what I'm saying? He's
I
still
think they're
dropping
all the
music,
same age. I think it's the
you
same
know,
age.
and then
Yeah, they're
and
all ranging in that 45 to 50-ish
yeah.
range.
So and then we also just announced that I think on the last episode that Rakim is getting ready to drop a new project. You know what I'm saying? So how do you guys feel about hip hop? Do you think there really is an age limit in hip hop? You know, how
I'll
old is
say
it somebody
this
not to
way
be in
for
a
you.
booth? But go ahead, Ari, take it first. Where we at?
The reason why I like this question so much because we actively have active rappers, not vets, none of that. Active rappers who are still trying to find their footing and or in the game, you know what I'm saying? That are in their 40s, late 30s, shit like that. Shout out Conway, shout out Westside Gunn. You know what I'm saying? Shout out niggas like Rock Marciano, even though he's been doing it for a while. He is a vet. But it's a lot of niggas that are coming into the game in their 30s, in their 40s, or close to it. You know what I'm saying? That either A was just doing whatever and niggas were like, hey, bro, you need to like, you can rap, right? Type shit. Like, instead of asking that nigga when he was 20, niggas ask that shit after they done been burnt out in the game and shit. Niggas have been shot at and all of that shit.
The thing is, though, at 30, a 30-year-old has different life experiences as opposed to a 20-year-old. So,
for sure.
And we listen to their music and you know, and we can tell like, oh yeah, these are some OG niggas talking. You know what I'm saying? Like they may not be our OGs because maybe older than some of them. At least I am. But my point is that like I think that it's a different lingo.
It's a different crowd. You know what I'm saying? I love the term that Charlemagne coined for this style or this demographic of rap is urban contemporary rap. I love it because that's literally what it is. Like what we look for us as consumers. Huh? What'd you say?
That's no, man.
It's true.
I gotta get
about it, bro. Really think about it. Us at the age that we listen
contemporary rap.
Because bro,
man,
do we
people
not
spit about what they spit about in their life and where they're at. That's what hip hop has always been.
Correct. But what we talk about in the sense of contemporary, in the sense of the sounds and the tone of the shit we wanted in, we not us for our age, we not looking for the most upbeats, most fast tempo type shit. We want more chill, soul samples, relaxing shit. You know what I'm saying? When you think of more music like that, it's mostly you get contemporary.
No, but then it's been there regardless of age, and usually depends on the artist. And now some artists who like get older, maybe they transition a little bit with their style and stuff. But for the most part, that's usually the person or the artist and how the way they want to portray whatever they're talking about. That's nothing to do with the age or like the urban contemporary.
You sure? Because that's a lot of the music. A lot of the music that 50 makes these days sound very contemporary to me. You ain't getting. You ain't getting. I have no
idea what that means. 50 Cent raps about the same shit still.
Raps, but the sound at least.
Yeah,
the sound. Like, I think that's where it's going towards more the sound than the content. Because I agree with you saying. I agree with you saying. Don't make it the whole like what our culture into one little pocket type shit. And I think it's more so the sound than the content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because like I said, when you get to guys like Ransom, you know what I'm saying? He sticks to one specific type of sound. You know what I'm saying? Fucking like I said,
but he 50, raps like a grown man.
Correct though. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Grown man raps is something we got to deal with. In the wise words.
And grown man rap started basically with Sean Price, and when he came back with Duck Down and held Duck Down in the first years of 2000s.
And so let's keep it around. Like, I would say I would consider him in the sense of
probably the godfather of that shit.
He said,
I'm the brokest rapper you know.
I'm trying to
I'm working construction and selling drills.
And I was explaining this to one of my homies. Like he's like 25, I believe, right? So I was just explaining like the difference between the style of how Westside Gunn makes his music and who he makes it for versus because he's from the city. So he was talking about this was the debate in the street at the end of the day. He was saying that Chef G and guess this other artist named Sleepy Hollow are more versatile in their sound overall than Westside Gunn. And I was explaining to him that I guess from a like outside looking in, you can say that's true. And you're just talking about different sounds or different styles of songs that they make. Yeah, for the most part, yeah, because they're trying to garner so many different pockets, streets, women, you know what I'm saying, vibes, all of that. You know, these new niggas now, they want to catch the vibe, they want to rap about my life, they still want to rap their street shit, they still want to have music for the bitches, like, you know what I'm saying, all of that shit, whoop-de-whoop. Where Westside, he's kind of like made it where it's like I'm servicing a street niggas like me, you know what I'm saying, hip hop purists like me, and niggas who are into fashion and high art shit like me. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people that listen to Chef G are either not really in those same pockets of the fans that West Side services. Not saying that they don't get fly, not they saying that they don't like rap or none of that shit, but most of them are not purists. You know what I'm saying? Most of them are not like these high fashion ass, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm trying to go listen to, you know what I'm saying, some raps on Paris runway type niggas. Like, most of these niggas that listen to Chef G probably don't even give a fuck about most of the shit West Side Gun talks about.
But I
You
think
know what
it's
I'm
the
saying?
Because
same.
they don't know about it, because they don't know about designer.
Hold on, let me interject real quick. Because I think for me, because I agree with what you're saying, but I also don't like agree with though, because you said more styles, you know what I'm saying? Like, or style on in the music.
Versatile.
Versatile.
That was his take on what
Yeah, no,
Chef G.
not you did. I'm just repeating what you were saying that the
Yeah,
person
no,
said.
correct.
Yeah. So point being made is that for me though, I feel like that's kind of false too, because I do actually listen to Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. I think Sleepy is the better one out of the two of those. That's just my opinion.
From what I've heard, I'd like him a little more.
And I think, yeah. Granted, they kind of do a lot of different things, but most of their music kind of sticks to one lane, which is that drill style. You know what I'm saying? Which is the same thing like with West Side Gun, with his different. The difference for me for him is that he sticks to like a lot of that boom bap, a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the soul samples and the scratches and everything. You know, and because like look at the guys that he really works with. He works for Uncle Al. We already know what Uncle Al sound. And not saying that Alchemist is one lane, but because he can definitely give you different
He knows
beats
what
and
he's
everything.
going, like Alchemist know what he's servicing. Like when he goes to Action
Exactly.
wants a certain sound. With West Side, he wants a certain sound. Benny wants a certain sound. You know?
This
Fact.
is this is completely nonsense. This is completely nonsense. All right. First of all, West Side Gun raps on every kind of beat that you can say is like the foundation of it is boom bap. But he raps on all kinds of beats, whether they're hard as fuck,
That's what I said
soulful,
to a bit. I
is
was like,
that
he's
third.
versatile
But
in that
we
genre.
gotta say with the same thing your cat was saying with Sleepy G and whatever other thing. They're both versatile, but they're in their own lane.
Exactly.
So it cancels it out anyway. That's all it is.
If you
That's
want
really
to
what
say
it comes
like
down to,
somebody
you know.
who's versatile and can really, like Conway's more versatile. If we going like
Versatile
that, like
I'm
I
so
don't think
tired of the
so.
versatile conversation because we were doing this in the early 2000s. Fabulous was a perfect example of this. He's got the girl song, he's got the street record. We've been doing this shit for 25 years. That's the average versatile thing. Which every rapper since the 2000s, the late 90s, they've come into the game at least trying to do that if they're trying to get to a higher status and be in that type of lane, you know? To me, that's not versatile. To me, that means you're doing the average thing to get into the game. To me, versatile means you can do like
I don't want
as an
nigga
example.
that just can do one thing. Nigga, can you play off the ball? Can you set pick and rolls? Can I
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Can you do anything? Can you do more shit than just one thing? Like
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
Does Jadakiss rap about anything besides what he raps about? No. Do we love that shit?
no,
Yes.
that's not accurate.
like when he did Why, that felt like
Which is once every
that
20
felt
years.
like a left
What are we
turn
talking
real quick.
about,
Like,
bro?
yo, he conscious rap, not
Styles. What does come on?
Styles is
Everybody
more.
does not have to be versatile and do everything either. I don't like Conway
But I
doing
don't
some
agree
other
with
shit.
Jada not being versatile, because even with that,
I'm
like,
not saying he can't be, but he's not usually going to be versatile just to be versatile.
have you
Unless
listened to his last
he does
project,
do production
Ignis,
that's versatile though.
Ignitions, or what is it
Yeah,
called?
no, I'm saying like production wise, he does go more versatile. But rap wise, he's usually staying in his pocket.
right.
You know, so
Like
there's different.
if I'm thinking of niggas that's versatile, like in the grand scheme of shit, like I'm looking at niggas like, for lack of a better term, like Drake, who will really take a risk and go into another sound. You know
Although
what
I'm
I'm
not a
saying?
Drake fan, or you two would see me
Not
shake my head.
whether
No,
whether
I'm
they
not.
are not, but I just saying though he does take those risks as a rapper, where some people won't go in those spaces and rap off certain beats like that. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick, when he went and did the Imagine Dragon shit, like,
Because
you know what
that's
I'm
not
saying?
rap. That's not versatile in rap. That's versatile outside of rap. That's two
And that's
completely
what I'm
different
No,
saying.
things.
I
that's
think
not,
that's
because if
real
you come in,
versatility, like in artistry. When you think of versatility, I'm thinking of your versatility in artistry. You know what I'm saying? Because if you versatile in rap, like you said, you only going to kind of stay in the same pockets that we only, you know what I'm saying, girl record.
When Drake goes versatile, does he when he goes versatile, are those things high quality or just okay, decent quality?
depending on depending on the song, it could be a hit or miss for
You're
me.
not versatile if you're making a bunch of mid tracks in every type of genre. To
It's
me,
hits and misses.
All right, so
that's what I'm
question.
I'm not mad at the attempt. I'm not mad at the attempt. But I'm saying,
No, for sure.
like, that
That's why I
doesn't
say
mean
he
like you're
taking a risk.
great at
I
being
respect. I
versatile.
respect
Yeah,
the
but
risk. I respect that at least, because not a lot
and
of
not only
rappers
that
are
too though.
scared to do shit like that.
And not only that too though, but you gotta also think about it too. When an MC, all right, for instance, we talking about rappers who versatile. Wouldn't we consider Ja Rule being a versatile rapper? He can give you the
Nah,
street shit. He can give you the lady chat. He can
the
give you
street
the
shit is a
deep
little iffy.
introspective shit. Like,
Introspective, Ja Rule.
but he
Not
can give you
about
the
that.
deep. Yeah, all right. So
Ja Rule
I
to
may be
me is
pushing it
like
with
I'm
that
having
one.
fun and I'm chilling. Ja Rule's like great lounge music or just like party music. Like that's what Ja
Not all
Rule.
his music is like that though.
Most of it though. I mean, except when he's doing the Tupac shit in the fucking third
That nigga
album.
had one of the funeral anthems back when I was a kid, bro. I
Well,
Cry
I
was played
cry,
at
nigga.
almost
What?
every hood funeral.
Okay, that was a
I
good
was
one.
like,
Yeah.
Jesus, God, the song is so bad.
Look at DMX. DMX
Mhm.
has a good versatile range
Yeah.
because when he
That's a
does
good.
certain
That's a
things,
good
they're
example.
really good. The funeral
It's a
song,
very good
the
example.
girl song, the street
The
song,
reggae
the anthem
record.
song. Not amazing, crazy versatility, but like he can go there because he wants to, though. That's a good thing too. Like they want to do that.
And that was deemed versatility back then. Like him doing a fucking what's the
That's just
shit?
him.
What I can always fucking forget the song at this fucking moment.
Which
With
one you
who?
talking about? Put it on
Cisco?
me.
Faith Evans?
Fucking I can't think of it right now. The shit where you fucking the shit meet me outside. Meet me outside. I can't think of it right now.
Oh no, party up.
Party up, party up.
Oh,
Oh, you talking about
Like
you
a
talking about
record like that
DMX?
for
is that
DMX,
what?
niggas will be looking at him like, what? DMX doing a party record? Like that was
Bro,
seeing versatility.
that
And it
video
popped,
is so fire too.
you know what I'm saying? Because he was so used to doing dark, gritty street records. So a nigga doing some shit like that, oh wow. You know what I'm saying?
It's like he's like Tretch. Like they could just make an anthem out of anything with their voice and the hooks. Like it just always sounds good. Come on.
But you gotta also remember too, when it comes to DMX, even though they like all right, Party Up would be like probably his like pop song, you know, say whatever case it be. But he's
That's not
always
pop
done.
though.
It's still street. All
It
right, but
crosses over though. Yeah.
yeah, it crosses over. But my thing about that too is that X has had songs like that, period, since day one. Nigga, the Rough
He
Rider
always has
anthem.
anthems in every album as a single.
Every
Always.
album,
How
Always.
you
DMX
gonna
is
talk about versatility and not bring up ASAP Rocky?
yeah.
Probably one of the most risk-taking, versatile niggas who still raps
Production
on
wise,
those
production wise,
records.
yes.
Like
Production
I
wise,
gotta
style
give
wise
him
for
that.
sure. Yeah, I give
Like
him
that
that.
nigga did a record with Moby, nigga. Like
Nah, but I
niggas is
like when
not
they step out
calling
the
Moby.
I like when they
Niggas is
step out of
not
their lane
calling
and do shit
Moby.
like that with some of those artists, you know what I'm saying, from different genres
Yeah.
and everything. You know, I think it's amazing because it's bringing in a different crowd who may not listen to us, you know, and then now like oh maybe this is not
Oh
all
my
that
God,
bad.
I thought we were doing such a disservices. How the fuck we not bring up Kanye? Like,
Yeah, is definitely one of the most versatile rappers.
oh my gosh. But
And,
yeah,
and,
He
man, that's
produced it first, so that's how he thinks though. So that makes sense.
mhm.
for sure.
And what helps him too is that he has a hand in his production. He may not produce every single song by himself, but he has a hand in it. He knows what sound he's like. He's always had like a concept album. Like he always knows what he's trying to give you on this album right here, and it kind of sticks to the plan all the time. Like if you think about college,
Super producer shit, yeah, for sure.
yeah, because you think about College Dropout, you know, he was talking about his early life, you know, him going to college. He even said it on a couple songs, you know what I'm saying? And then we talk about the late registration, and now we talk about his different lane that he was stepping into by especially working with artists from the West Side, you know what I mean, with like The Game and all these other guys, you know. So this, like, he's always had like a kind of like, all right, I was late to the party, but now I'm here, you know what I mean? Then he had graduation. We seen what that shit did, you know, and we seen like everything. Though Ye is definitely one of the most like 808s and heartbeats, you know, like come on, dog, like Life of
Heartbreak,
Pablo,
man. Heartbreak. We was hurt during that time. In pain.
bruh.
That's why I was listening to Strong Price at that time and not listening to that shit.
Like I can't even front that. In the night, I feel home, cold story. Yo, that was Heartless, nigga. What? Oh my
Like the
god,
Oh,
fact
no,
that he can do
stop.
that, and then he's rapping towards you got rap records like Amazing. Like
Mhm.
that man.
That album is so
But back
slept on.
but back to the topic, like I said, with
You're
age
not
and hip hop,
calling a
like I said,
Kanye West album slept on. You're not doing that right now, bro.
yeah,
808 and
if
Heartbreaks
you
was
slept
kind
on
of
808s and
slept on.
Heartbreak, then
It's not slept on. Everybody says that's where the trajectory changed in hip hop. We're
I think
not
it's
gonna
a
call
either
it
lot
I
of
think
slept
it's
people.
on.
either you like it or you
It's
just
not
don't
slept
like it.
on.
Yeah,
Like
all the purists and everything who know something about the culture when they're talking about it, yeah, they say that, damn, but you got a lot of people who didn't like that album because they was
that's what
are
I'm
not
saying.
the
I
ones calling
don't think it's a
808s and
slept on.
heartbreaks the trajectory changing thing in hip hop at that time. That's what
Bro,
purists
What
did
he's
not
saying,
like.
I think the argument I'm saying is like,
KRS himself said that's not hip hop.
bro, I
Purists
think
were not fucking with
it's
that
not.
shit.
It's not though. It's not a pure hip hop album, and we have a lot of artists who's done that throughout their career, my nigga. Like so,
but
yeah,
this
No,
album
I'm
is
saying
the
you
start of
called it
that shit.
slept on. It's not slept on by
Yeah,
anybody.
it
it's
is,
not
man.
slept on by
My
nobody.
No,
nigga,
it's not.
It's
if
either
you
It's
ask the
like
person,
it, at
not.
this point, you like it or you don't. It's like Jesus, you like it or you
Yeah,
don't.
whether you like it or not,
You know
the
what I'm saying?
point. It's not slept on.
Yeah,
all right,
I
let me
don't
tell you
think
something.
niggas who say it's slept on. Them niggas wanted to sleep on it.
Bro, there's some people that if you tell them, give me your top 3 or top 5 Kanye albums, I know some people who don't have that in there. And for me, 808 Heartbreaks is definitely in
Chris,
my top 3 to 5.
y'all both are correct in what y'all saying. It's just I think like I said the term slept on should just be thrown out because like you said, like you're saying, Chris, is at this point where I said you either like it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as this with that because that's that same thing with Jesus, you know. But like I said, back to because he's another guy who is an older rapper that's rapping at this point in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that he should stop? Personally, do I like what he's rapping about? No, I feel like they're very, very, very bad tryhards on verses he had earlier in his day. You know what I'm saying? Because Ye has always been a perv. Like he's always had perv bars in his lines and shit like
Bleacher
that. So
asshole.
yeah, you know, so I'm saying same shit he rap
Nah.
about now is not like, oh, he's just losing it. Nah, this just always been Ye. It's just these raps he don't got. Keep it tall. He's only as good as the niggas that's around him.
Exactly. You can't rap.
That's true. That's true. I will.
He can freestyle.
I don't say he's not
Ye
always.
used to
He's
be able to
only as
freestyle
good.
very
He
well.
was
I ain't gonna do that
freestyling
to
the
Ye.
first few years that were not freestyle. They're just random rhymes he had. It's all right.
Yeah,
But those were
no,
fire. But those were
That's all
fire.
niggas.
but I think Ye can
We
survive
got
by
fire.
himself too, though. I don't think that he's only as good as the people around him. I think he does great on features though. Like, but Ye can do shit by himself though. Like, I definitely do. I definitely won't argue with
Man,
that.
it's like I can literally
Love
describe Ye's
Lockdown. There's no
career.
feature track on that one. Maybe someone did the beat and everything, but that was
Oh
like,
no, you know, no, because he had a man named T-Pain and a man named Kid Cudi in them studios with
yeah,
him.
you're right.
Isn't
Like,
But
808
hey,
and Heartbreak a Kid Cudi album, basically?
yeah,
Is
that's
that
why I
not
say
what all the Kid Cudi
yeah,
people say?
what
I mean,
Weekend is to Take Care is what Cudi is to 808s and Heartbreak.
perfect
and the
comparison.
difference is that Kanye is a producer, so him trying to do that makes sense. With Drake is like, you're biting,
Yeah,
bro.
if Drake was more of a producer, like it would feel better. It's just but Ye do it too. Ye do it too. But he
No,
just makes
Drake
it
thinks like a
more. He
producer
gives the
though. Drake
person more. I don't know, man.
thinks like a producer though. Like I'm not gonna take that away from him. That's why everything he does is a fucking certain reason. I'm gonna go to this region now. I'm gonna use this flow that this person used. I'm gonna do it because it's gonna work for this. Like he's good at that. That's what makes Drake actually good. That's what he's smart at.
See,
He was
for
like
me,
despite that shit.
when it comes to Drake, for me though, like I mean, his poppy shit, his little singer shit, some of them joints is a lot of them is a miss for me. But he got something that I do kind of actually like, you know what I'm saying? But for me, what I really like about Drake is when he really like start just rapping, like, cause I don't know who's writing the bars. We're not gonna get into that. But I think when he starts rapping, though, my nigga, like he really be going in on certain songs, my nigga. So that's the one thing I do appreciate about Drake.
When he goes in his raps, what tier is he? S, A, B, C.
He's like an A, maybe between an A and a B. He's not S class with his for me he's not.
When
The reason why I would
Red
put him
Button
A
Drake is
because he
definitely
does
an
have
A.
say that again, Ari.
The Red Button Drake is definitely an A.
Yeah, he's an A. I would say he's S class. Like he's not upper echelon like some of the, at least for some of the caliber MCs that we know when they really want to get in a rap bag, then that person stands on that mountain by themselves. You know what I'm saying? But we went to a tangent real quick. Let me get right back to it though, so we can get out of here.
About the old people.
Yes, exactly. So do you guys really believe we just mentioned at least about 50 different MCs, probably, you know what I'm saying? Maybe less or more, but we just mentioned about 50 MCs that we all know are in a little upper age bracket, you know, whether they be in their 40s, somewhere in their 50s, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really think that there's an ageism or is it ageism for sales? Like maybe
everybody
everybody
out there. There is no age to when you stop making art if you don't want to stop. The only thing that stops is if you're whack or if the shit is trash. Then we tell you shut the fuck up. There's no comic book artist. There's no director that makes movies that we say, man, you're too old to do this. Scorsese's like 90. He just made a movie. Comic book artists are dying and they're making comics. And then any medium,
Literally,
any
did y'all
content,
see how old
people do that shit till they
Pesci
die,
was
bro.
looking? Oh, Joe Pesci and De Niro had the CGI to make them look young in The Irishman, and they still look old.
Yeah.
And they still, that's how, yo, they still in this game, bro. Like,
But
you can't, like you said, you can't stop an artist from making their art. Like, in wrestling, the nigga PCO, he's like 50 something. Yeah. But he out here doing somersaults and flipping off shit and going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you just look at it like, yo, the dude is having the best time of his life.
I mean, Adam Copeland is up there too in age.
You know, like it's like we can't. As long as we're being entertaining, like as long as it's fire, who tell these people to stop? You know what I'm saying?
They're servicing their crowd that the crowd likes. That's all that matters.
That's a fact.
That shit only really happens in hip hop, bro.
I guarantee you, Rakim is not dropping a song with some drill shit in it.
Well, right? Did you guys see the list on it though? You know what though? One thing I hate fucking postmortem verses, especially because like if it's gonna be a postmortem verse, then let it be a fire verse and don't let it be like have current events into it. You know what I mean? Like if it's gonna yeah, because it's like I mean not current but the current events from their time. I mean like you know what I'm saying? And then now it's like, oh man, like damn, he was rapping this about 5-6 years ago, you know what I'm saying? You can tell how old that verse is. But because like I seen he has Nipsey coming on this album, Rakim I'm talking about. He has Nipsey, he has a DMX record, he has a few features, but I think those are the first two deceased gentlemen who is on the track list for this album coming up.
Like I don't even remember
as long as the verse is fire. I don't care. I really don't care.
I don't even remember not one verse from that DMX album, like what that Swizz put out. Like I feel like he should have not did that.
What was the Exodus, right?
Yeah, I don't think he could have did that. It don't even like. I literally just remembered it because we're talking about this. Oh yeah,
the album wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like you could tell DMX didn't finish that album.
Yeah, it
was like 8 tracks.
But guys like Rakim putting out music still, like that's great. Like we need to see our pioneers, you know what I'm saying, continuously pushing because this was their bread and butter. They made that sacrifice to say, yo, I'm gonna put my all into this music. And they ain't know they was gonna change shit and be all, you know what I'm saying, or be martyrs instead of superstars. Let's keep it tall. Like Rakim should be way, way bigger. Way like he should be like how we look at the Mick Jaggers and these Paul McCartneys and all of these guys. Like they should be multi-millionaires in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's the issue in our culture, though. That's the issue in our culture, bro.
Well, that's because of the labels fucking us over back in the day.
No, it's not labels, bro. It's not labels. If you're into hip hop, you should be respecting the people who made this shit.
No, true, but anytime a Paul McCartney or Beatles record get played, they get him that bread. Still to this day.
Why do we need a whole Sirius XM station to play old school hip hop? Why? How often do they play Hot 97? I don't listen to Hot 97 anymore, so I don't even know. But you're not going to tell me that Hot 97 and 105 are playing all kinds of hip hop. They are not. Yeah. They're playing the same fucking the same game that pop radio stations are playing.
They playing the top 10 records that's out for hip hop.
A lot of these saved joints. We hear a lot of our great songs in commercials, in movies, in many other assets and stuff where I feel they should be getting way more like I said, I get what you're saying. Like they should be getting more exposure for these records. But you do have Sirius XM, which is one of the biggest radio platforms in America that does have old school radio playing 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I listen to it all the time. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Was it Fly Radio or something like that? Like I fuck with it. Long story short, I feel what you're saying though, because even here, they got their old school rock. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear your fucking Carry On My Wayward, all of that shit on there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be playing on their Hot 100s, nigga. You about to hear this Taylor Swift, this Billie Eilish, this Harry Styles, and whoop-de-whoop. You know what I'm saying? But still, anytime those songs get played, even their lore is that big that for their culture, for rock and roll per se, you know what I'm saying, that it's no like they can go on tour right now and it's gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Like Iron Maiden, Metallica is still on tour these days. I think they just had, they still on tour these days, like off of the strength of the impact that they put in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's the thing with hip hop, where it's like we are so ready for the new crop to come in that we push out the old, or we shun the old, that when Rakim and all of these people from the late 80s and all of that shit that really had that spark to bring hip hop to where to get in the 90s of all of that money. You know what I'm saying? All of the new niggas coming in, man, we ain't trying to hear that old shit. We the new whoop-de whoop-de whoop. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just the fans, it's partially on the MCs and us too. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
it's
that.
a
Yeah, because
demographic of people in our culture are just like that. When I was 15 years old, I'm listening to the 18th Letter by Rakim, and one of the people I know in school, I used to go to junior high school with also, goes, "Yo, what's you listening to?" I let him hear the headphones. It's Rakim. He goes, "That shit is trash." I'm like, "You like Lloyd Banks, right? That's Lloyd Banks' favorite rapper." The thing is, the demographic of people, especially the younger people, they just don't care about respecting the old shit. They
They
don't.
don't.
That's not me though. That's not who I'm almost the exception to the rule. But that's the problem with hip hop. We just gotta call it what it is. Whether we like it
But
or
where
not,
do you
it's fine.
and you
But
know what though?
that's the problem.
But you know what also, the thing about that too, that's kind of like huge in America, that fact right there, right? Because when it comes to overseas, a lot of these old guys, they can go over there and make some good money when it comes to touring and shit like that. Like, so it's kind of Americans'
overseas
fault. Like,
they still,
they appreciate them though.
they're not living
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's because
culture
we're importing. Sorry, we're
24/7 like
importing
we are.
goods.
You know what I'm saying? Like the culture is here in our
Of
homes,
course,
and like,
of course.
so they're not living in it as 24/7 like we are, so they can see it as a more of a, you know what I'm saying, trend than actual lifestyle.
I don't know.
No,
No, because you got a
see,
lot
that's a
of
good point.
b-boy
That's a
and
good point.
b-girls
See,
from
no,
in
but see,
different
they live
countries,
it like a
bro.
lifestyle over there. We live it like a trend over here, or we look at it like a trend over here.
But
Well,
we can't sit there and say that they don't have the same like all right, it's a different hood, nigga, but the same situations is going over there. I'm pretty sure they got drug dealers on their block and all that extra shit. So
they do,
maybe
but
we know that they have graffiti on their walls too. So we can't just sit there and say that they completely out of the element or not. Like,
But that's
like
what I'm saying. Over there, they actually live hip hop.
no, and that's what I
yeah,
said.
they
They
living
appreciate
it
it more.
now. Like once we, all right, a lot of the people that made, let's keep it to, most of these people want to get in this shit, to get out the hood, get some money in their pockets, get out the streets, whoop de whoop, and also make sure they can tell a message about what's going on at the end of the day. But most at the end of the day, they want to make I could get paid off of this shit. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? It's up from there. So now when you get these record labels and shit that's want to throw money and whoop de whoop, not saying that it was good or bad, but a lot of the motherfuckers took the bag for the betterment of what they was living in, the slums that they were. They weren't saying, oh, the purity of hip hop and all of that shit. I'm not saying that this was good or bad. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, these motherfuckers were trying to get a bag to get the fuck out of the fucking situations that they were in. 70s and 80s was fucking terrible in New York. Good Lord. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So to say that these like once it got out of the lifestyle and it became, for a job and such like that. Now you still have people that want to keep the purity and all that shit, but I'm talking about the things that the culture changing shit. You know what I'm saying? The people that were in the big labels and the Eminems, the Jay-Z's, not all of these people, whoop-de-whoop, they had to get that bag sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? And part of that purity of hip hop left at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, that where
The
other
people
cultures that
the
don't,
people that
that
catch
are
their
not
morals didn't sell out, or the ones that did, they got shunned. Tell me,
right, but
what about drill music is hip hop? Is drill music hip hop?
Yeah.
yeah,
What makes it hip hop?
What do you mean?
I'm
All
not
right.
just asking. 'Cause I don't listen to drill.
rap
What makes drill music?
I give you
Is there
three
rapping
things.
on
Let
it?
me
is rap beats, is soul samples, is rapping about the street life. I mean, it's many
like it
foundations of
has
it in there.
and you know what, and let me backtrack real quick
I ain't
before you
saying
say
so. I
something,
may
Dan.
say soul samples, but it is many samples used in those beats and shit too.
But let me backtrack real quick to something you had mentioned just a little while ago, Ari. You know what I'm saying about the younger generation and everything like that, and how the sound changed and then it became more about trying to make the bag and everything like that. I think what it was too, honestly, hip hop when we first started this shit. That's why that fucking bar is like it really hits all the MCs in the head. You ever thought that hip hop would take it this far? You feel me? For them back in the day, hip hop, it was for fun. Then it became a business, and then
exactly.
It was for fun. Niggas was just on the block, just kicking it, having fun, drinking, probably smoking, and they got their shorties over there. You know what I mean? Like that's how hip hop really started. And then they were like, "Oh, we can get paid for doing little night shows and everything." Then it became a label thing, and it's like, yo, but in the beginning,
It's
that's the
low-key
reason
a
why.
cycle, bro. Like once it blows up, you're gonna see the people that get influenced by it. They're gonna go through everything they love about it. You know what I'm saying? Keep the purity about it. And if they want to get into that success level and whatever, they're gonna take those steps. And like you said, Dan, it's still gonna be the morality if you keep it or not. You know what I'm saying? Most things that come from poverty or stuff like this kind of have these forks in